I found a hidden room in my basement. A week after moving into my new house, I noticed a draft coming from the basement wall. When I tapped on it, it sounded hollow. Curious and a little too confident, I started pulling at the paneling. Behind it was a narrow door. No knob, just a rusty iron ring. I hesitated, but I pulled it open. The air was cold, stale. Inside was a small windowless room with a child-sized bed and dozens of old toys scattered around, all covered in dust. But the worst part? The walls were covered in writing. Hundreds of messages scratched into the paint. Over and over again. Let me out. I'm still here. He watches. I backed out slowly. That night, I dreamt of a little boy sitting on the bed, staring at me with completely black eyes. He whispered, "You found my room." Since then, I hear footsteps in the basement. Toys I locked in the hidden room keep showing up in the main house. My dog refuses to go near the stairs. And 2 nights ago, I woke up to find those same words scratched into my bedroom wall. The wrong Uber. It was raining hard when I called for an Uber late one night after visiting a friend. A black sedan pulled up. Same model, same plate number the app showed. I got in without thinking twice. The driver didn't say a word, just nodded, started driving. No music, no small talk, just silence. After a few minutes, I realized we weren't taking the normal route. I asked him about it. No response. I checked the app, and my ride had been cancelled. I started to panic. "Where are we going?" I asked. Still no answer. Finally, I yelled for him to stop. He slowly turned to look at me. His eyes were milky white, like he was blind, but he was driving just fine. "I was told to pick you up," he said. His voice was wrong, like 2 people speaking at once. I jumped out at the next red light and ran like hell. Later that night, I got a message on the app. "Thanks for riding with us. Same time tomorrow?" The profile was blank. No driver photo, no name, just a timestamp. And it was counting down. The shadow under the bed. I was babysitting my niece for the weekend. She's 7, quiet, and never causes trouble. But that night, around 2 a.m., I heard her talking in her room. I walked in and found her sitting on the floor, staring under the bed. "Who are you talking to?" I asked. She whispered, "The girl under the bed." I laughed, thinking it was just imagination. But then she said, "She wants to know why you're in her house." I froze. "What do you mean?" "She says this is her room, and you're not supposed to be here." I looked under the bed. Nothing. But as I stood up, I saw something in the mirror behind me. A girl, pale, dirty, with long black hair covering her face, crouched right behind me. When I turned around, there was no one there. I didn't sleep that night. Neither did my niece. We left the house the next day. But this morning, I found a note under my pillow. "Come back. You're mine too." My brother never came home, but something else did. Last year, my little brother disappeared during a camping trip. No trace, no body, just gone. Search parties found nothing. We held a funeral, tried to move on. 2 months ago, he came back. Walked right through the front door like nothing happened. Same clothes, same face. Except he was different. He didn't remember anything. Said he woke up in the woods and found his way home. But he didn't act like my brother. He was quieter, always watching. And he didn't blink. Ever. One night, I walked past his room and saw him standing completely still, staring at the wall. For hours. I finally confronted him, asked what really happened out there. He smiled, but not with his eyes, and said he liked my shape, so I let him use it. I haven't seen him since, but at night I hear scratching at my window, and when I look out, I see me standing in the dark, smiling. The phone that wasn't mine. It started with a wrong number. I got a call late at night. A whispering voice said, "Don't let them in." Then the call dropped. I thought it was a prank. The next morning, a phone I'd never seen was sitting on my kitchen table. It wasn't mine, not my brand, not plugged in, but it was fully charged, and it was on. There was only one contact saved. Do not answer. That night, the phone started ringing, over and over. The same number. Do not answer. I let it ring. At 3:33 a.m., I got a voicemail, just breathing, and then, "You should have answered." I looked out my window and saw 3 figures standing in my front yard. No faces, no movement. Then the power went out. I grabbed the phone and smashed it to pieces. The lights flickered back on. The figures were gone. But now, every night at 3:33, my real phone rings. Same number. And I think one day I might have to answer.